What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, March 13th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so that you can get updates to these sims as we get closer to lock. And finally, sign up for our lineup generator. Link in the description. You get it for 50% off. That's going to be less than $5. We do all the legwork on the back end. We get rid of all the crappy lineups. You could pick chalky, contrarian, balanced, lock players, export up to 20 via CSV. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Now, we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Jimmy Butler, Anthony Edwards, Kyrie Irving, Josh Okogie, and John Collins on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Dejounte Murray. He is point guard, shooting guard eligible, 8,300, projected for 43. The goal is 48. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. Price still works. Matchup is fantastic. 5-point game against Minnesota means it should be competitive. He's playing big minutes. I got him in for 36. He's playing more than Trae Young as of late. And at 8,300 with an MPE, it just looks good. 1.2 fantasy points per minute here. Pace up spot. They gain 1.7 possessions over their average. 21.5 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, and almost 2 stocks. Does a little bit of everything while he's out there. And in a matchup against Minnesota, I'm happy to get even a little bit more. In at number 4, we've got Chris Duarte, shooting guard, small forward eligible, so you get guard, forward, and utility. 4,200, projected for 28, goals 28, optimal lineup 20% of the time. It's going to be 30 minutes for Duarte. They're missing Halliburton, McConnell, Turner, Mathurin. There are plenty of minutes to go around today for the Indiana Pacers and for Duarte in particular. He's like a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy here in a matchup against the Pistons, and the Pistons are absolute ass. 16 points, 5 boards, 2.5 assists, and a stock for Duarte. Great flexibility, great price tag, great minutes. Just get there. At number 3, I'm staying with the Pacers, going to Isaiah Jackson. Center only, but 4,600, projected for about 32. The goal's 30. He's in the optimal lineup 23% of the time. I got him in for 26 minutes. I assume he's starting at center. They're just so thin right now. 1.2 fantasy points per minute against this Pistons team. 14 points, 8 boards on neutral usage. An assist and a half and 3 stocks. That's the biggie here for Jackson. You're looking for blocks and steals, particularly blocks. That's where he gets the large majority of his outlier scoring. But if you go anywhere north of 30 fantasy points, you're looking at Isaiah Jackson as a guy that can be in an optimal lineup. We stay with the Pacers once again for Andrew Nembhard, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 5K, projected for 33. The goal's 32. He's in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. Completely different player when TJ McConnell and Tyrese Halliburton aren't around. Massive, massive usage bump, massive, massive assist rate bump. So 32 minutes here for Nembhard, who I assume starts at the point. He's a fantasy point per minute guy without those guys in a great matchup against the Pistons. 14 points, 7.5 assists, almost 4 boards, and a stock and a half. I love the MPE. Price tag certainly works, but with no McConnell and no Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard is in a very different tier. All right, guys, like and follow. You got to do those things for sure, but really, sign up for the lineup generator. Take a test run here. It's going to be less than $5. You can scan the QR code, click the link in the description. You can see it on the screen right now. You can even see sort of what it looks like on the screen. We're doing all the legwork for you. We're generating the lineups and we get rid of what we think sucks. That's the easiest part here. And then we let you sift through everything else. If you like it, click save. If you don't, click discard. Worst case scenario, if you don't find this tool effective for you, you could walk away after a week and it's going to cost you $4.48. I think the more likely scenario is that you're going to want to stick around for a bit longer. My number 1 contender for today is going to be Killian Hayes, point guard eligible, 5,700, projected for 36, goals 35, optimal lineup 33% of the time. They're missing so many dudes. No Ivy, no Boyan, no Beef Stew, no Bagley, no Diallo, no Alec Burks. The list goes on and on. I actually don't think it goes any further than that, but that's a lot right there. We're talking like 200 minutes of their normal rotation. 32 minutes here for Hayes, 1.1 fantasy points per minute in a nice spot against the Pacers. Pace up, bad defense. 14.5 points, 7.5 assists, 4.5 boards, and 2 stocks. He's going to fill up the stat sheet. He's one of the least efficient offensive players in basketball, but he still looks good, assuming he's inefficient. Maybe he gets lucky and he isn't inefficient, at which point 35 fantasy points is going to come pretty easily to the number 1 play for today, Killian Hayes. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday, March 13th. FanDuel version is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.